We made it, guys. We made it. Tomorrow is Christine's wedding part 1, and I am stoked. I am so excited to see this. So, hi, if you're new here, my name is Cozy. I like to snark on Sister Rose here on YouTube. I do want to remind you this video is for entertainment purposes only. These are not facts, so they should not be taken as such. It's just me sharing my opinions about public figures who share their lives on television. All right. Nobody give me flack. This was supposed to come down. It's coming down tomorrow. I know. But here we go. I'm so excited. I hopped over to Reddit because that seems to be the best way to find links to all of the sneak peeks. So there are at least 3 that I found out there that I am so excited about. But we're going to start with the Cody and Robin one because, of course, that makes the most sense. We've all seen it 1,000 times because they just keep showing it to us. So if you haven't seen it, it is Cody and Robin sitting there discussing how they knew Christine was going to get married. And he's like, well, I knew she was getting married, but, and he actually seems kind of sad, like he's a little choked up, and I'm not sure what this is about. And he goes, yeah, I didn't know. I didn't realize until I saw the wedding invitation on my sister's refrigerator. And I have to wonder if this is the sister that he claimed, I believe it was during his interview with Radio Free Mormon, that she had seen one episode of a recent season and then yelled at him for imploding his family. Do I believe that? No. He said she was disloyal because she didn't watch the show. So I wonder if this is the same sister, but who's to say? But he did seem slightly upset, and I wonder if it was because his family was invited. At any rate, he says, she accused me of, and Robin grabs him around the neck and shoulders, not like tight, but just like around the neck and shoulders, and pulls him in, and she's like, aren't we so happy for them? Aren't we just so happy for them? And just keeps talking over him. And he's like, I just wanted to say what I wanted to say. So he does eventually get to share, and he says that Christine accused him of having a soulmate, and that he hopes that she's found that with David, or something to that effect. The point being that he used the word, she accused me of having a soulmate, as though there was some sort of specific negativity tied into having a soulmate. And I wonder if that has something to do with their belief system, because my understanding is that you're really not supposed to have a soulmate in this type of relationship. So if you do, maybe it does feel like an accusation. Maybe it does feel like you've done something wrong. But newsflash, Cody, if you've done something wrong, it's really kind of on you, not on anybody else. Sorry, it just is. Robin, on the other hand, just kind of sighs, and she's like, well, I hope they can be happy together. They are happy together, Robin. I don't know what to tell you, but they are happy together. Sorry. And then the next one I saw is so adorable. If you have not seen this one, oh my gosh, this is one to see. Christine's daughters, and I'm going to say this politely and appropriately, who attended the wedding, with the exception of Truly, decided to do something special for her. So Isabel comes over and is talking about tradition, and she has taped pennies to the bottoms of Christine's shoes. This is apparently an old German tradition. To bring prosperity in your marriage, you would tape pennies to the bottom of the bride's shoes. I think that's adorable. I absolutely love that. I think it's cute, and you could tell it really meant something very much to Christine. Then Aspen says that she has something for Christine, and she gives her a bracelet that has C and D on it, and I believe the date of the wedding. But then she also opens up, and it is a little box, and it is the earrings that Aspen wore in her wedding to Mitch, that she has lent to Christine. And I started crying at that point because I just thought it was so beautiful. And then Mykelti, who seems less excited, and I'm sure she's tired, she's got the twins, she's just exhausted, I'm sure. She hands Christine the knife and cake thingy. I cannot think of the word. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I wanted to call it a cake scoop. We're going to do that. It's a cake scoop, much like an ice cream scoop. But she hands her that and says, this is what I used at my wedding to cut my wedding cake. I want you to use it for yours, which was beautiful. And of course, Christine's crying. It's beautiful. Everyone's so excited. I thought it was one of the sweetest things. So then we move on to the third clip that I saw. And the third clip was meeting the officiant for the wedding. So David is introducing Corbin, who is his son-in-law, married to his daughter Christy, who is going to perform the wedding ceremony. So it is him and Mitch and Tony meeting some of David's family, and David introduces Corbin. And Tony seems a little off here. He does. And he's like, so where'd you get your license? And it's like, why does that matter? If you got it online or you got it through a church, who cares? And he's like, oh, it was like one of those $50 things. And Corbin tells the story that the day that they met Christine, he had said to them, well, if you guys want to get married right now, I'm an officiant, like, let's do it. And so everybody kind of laughed it off, and Christine was like, oh, yeah, no. And then they called him a few months later and was like, hey, does that offer still stand? Will you do that? It was so adorable. But seeing Christy and Corbin, weirdly enough, feels like David's version of Tony and McKelty. You'd have to see them to understand. But the thing that really struck me is that Tony seems really off here. And I don't know if it feels like he thought that he was going to be asked to officiate. He was not. I can pretty much assure you of that. Or if he's just uncomfortable or what it is, but he just seems very off. Mitch, on the other hand, is kind of like, hey, I'm here, let's do this thing, which seemed really sweet. But Corbin shares that they had asked him to keep things simple and sweet, and that they just wanted it to be quick and about them and about just their love and finding love later in life. And I thought that was super sweet. So I go on to find In Touch Weekly has an article out where Christine and David talk about how they did not do wedding vows at their wedding. And Christine specifically says, I'm like, till death do us part and the sickness and health stuff like that? No, that's already a given. Why would we have to re-say that? Doesn't make any sense to me. So, we're already completely committed to each other, which is very sweet. A little odd to me because I can't imagine not doing that, but I understand that if that's not what you're looking for in your wedding, you shouldn't have to do that. So they're talking about that in this article on In Touch, and she shares a little bit again about the same story about how she felt like her soul took her first breath, and just little bits and pieces. So if you're looking for a little bit more information, In Touch Weekly has it. It's specifically the article on why she and David didn't say wedding vows. That's the name of the article. Easy enough to find. But that's really all I've got right now. We have these 3 sneak peeks. We have the first part of the wedding tomorrow night. I'm super excited. If you're somebody who's been following me regularly, or even if you're not and you just want to ask something, I do have a community post open right now. I'm going to do a Q&A video because we hit 2,500, and I thought, well, maybe you guys might like to know a little bit more. You can ask what you want about me. You can ask about freckles. Just know I will answer almost anything. The only thing is I'm not going to answer would be anything that would, violate the privacy of any of my family members. That's pretty much it. But other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. I can't wait to see you all back with Christine's wedding. I'll see you soon.